Welcome in, everyone. Ready to dive deep into the world of YouTube.
Always ready for a deep dive.
We've got this guide all about building a successful YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And not just successful, profitable too.
Profitable. Yeah. That's the dream, right?
Exactly. So it's not just about racking up views. It's about building a sustainable business.
Which is exactly what this guide is all about. It's not about quick tricks or shortcuts. It's about laying a solid foundation.
So where do we even begin with that foundation?
Well, it all starts with something we hear all the time. Consistency is key.
Yeah, post regularly. We've all heard that before. But this guide goes deeper than that, right?
Way deeper. It's not just about posting. It's about creating a sustainable schedule, something you can actually stick with.
Because, let's face it, life gets in the way.
Exactly. So the guide has this great tip about batch creating content.
Batch creating, what's that?
It's about planning and filming multiple videos at once. That way, even if you get busy, you've got content ready to go.
Oh, that's smart. Takes the pressure off you.
Totally. And it's not just about saving you stress. It's about building trust with your audience.
How so?
When viewers know they can count on you for regular content, they're more likely to subscribe and become loyal fans.
Makes sense. It's like you're making a promise to your viewer.
Exactly. And delivering on that promise is crucial for building a strong community.
And that brings us to another big piece of the puzzle, engagement. It's not enough to just upload and hope people watch, right?
Nope. You've got to actively build a community around your content.
But how? It's easy to get lost in the numbers.
Well, the guide gives some really tactical tips, like responding to comments, for example.
So it's about having a conversation with your viewers, not just talking at them.
Exactly. Make them feel heard. Make them feel like they're part of something.
I like that.
Yeah.
And what about asking questions in your videos? Does that really make a difference?
Huge difference. Think about it. When a creator asks you a question, you feel seen, right? Like they actually care about your opinion.
It's like you're turning passive viewers into active participants.
Exactly. And that's how you build a loyal following.
Now, I know a lot of creators, myself included, get intimidated by the technical side of YouTube, like SEO, for example.
Oh, yeah. SEO can feel like a whole other language.
Does this guide help demystify it at all?
It does. It breaks it down in a way that's actually understandable and actionable.
Give me an example.
Well, one thing it emphasizes is keyword research.
Keywords. Those are important.
Super important. It's about understanding what your target audience is actually searching for on YouTube.
So it's not just about stuffing your titles and descriptions with random words.
Nope. It's about being strategic, using the language that your viewers are actually using.
So it's like speaking YouTube's language.
Exactly. But in a way that genuinely aligns with what your viewers are looking for.
Yeah, that makes sense. What about metadata? Is that covered in the guide too?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Yeah.
It breaks down how to optimize your video's title, description, and tags.
Metadata. I always struggle with that. What's the big deal anyway?
Well, think of it as the behind-the-scenes information that helps YouTube understand what your video is about.
So it's like giving YouTube a cheat sheet.
Exactly. And the better your metadata, the better chance your video has of getting seen by the right people.
Okay, so let's say I'm making a video about baking sourdough bread. How can I use metadata to my advantage?
Okay, so instead of just titling it sourdough bread, you could get more specific, like easy sourdough bread recipe for beginners.
Oh, I see. So it's about anticipating what someone might actually type into the search bar.
Exactly. You want to make it as easy as possible for people to find your video.
This is starting to feel like a detective game.
It kind of is. You're figuring out the clues that will lead viewers to your content.
I like it. So we've got our content planned, our keywords researched. What's next?
Time to talk about thumbnails.
Yes, thumbnails.
Well, sir.
Those are important, right?
Crucial. Your thumbnail is the first thing people see. It's like a mini movie poster.
So it's got to be eye-catching.
Absolutely. The guide uses words like bright, bold, and visually appealing.
Okay, but honestly, designing thumbnails feels like a whole other skill set.
It can be, but the guide actually breaks down some effective examples and explains why they work.
Really? Like what?
Well, one concept it highlights is visual hierarchy.
Visual hierarchy. What's that?
It's about using design elements to guide the viewer's eye and highlight the most important information.
So it's not just about slapping on a random image and some text.
Nope. It's about strategically using visuals to communicate your video's message at a glance.
This is getting really interesting. But we've been talking a lot about the technical stuff. What about the heart of YouTube? The content itself?
That's where the guide gets really interesting. It shifts from the technical to the human element.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What's the human element?
Authenticity.
Authenticity. I hear that word a lot. But what does it actually mean on YouTube?
It means being real, letting your personality shine through.
So it's not about being perfectly polished.
Definitely not. The guide actually encourages creators to share personal stories, even their struggles and failures.
Oh, wow. So it's about embracing imperfections.
Exactly, because that's what makes you relatable.
It's like you're saying, hey, I'm not perfect, and that's okay.
Exactly. And that resonates with people, especially in a world where social media can feel so fake and filtered.
It makes sense.
Read
People want to connect with real people, not some idealized version of them.
Absolutely. And this ties into another important point the guide makes, offering value.
Value. That's a broad term.
Yeah.
What does it mean in the context of YouTube?
It means creating content that provides tangible benefits to your viewers.
Tangible benefits. Like what?
It could be practical advice, entertainment, inspiration, or even just a good laugh.
So it's about giving your viewers something they can actually use or enjoy.
Exactly. They should walk away from your video feeling like they gained something.
Not just entertained, but enriched.
Exactly. Think about your favorite YouTube channels. What do they offer that you find valuable?
Good question. I guess it's a mix of things. Information, entertainment, and a sense of community.
Exactly. And that's what you should aim for with your own content.
This is making me rethink my entire approach to YouTube
It's not just about the technical stuff. It's about connecting with people.
and providing something they actually find valuable.
Exactly. And that's just the beginning. The guide goes even deeper into strategies for YouTube success.
Like what?
Well, we'll have to save that for next time.
Oh, man. Now I'm really curious.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more insights from this incredible guide.
Okay, so much to unpack here. Before the break, we talked about authenticity, providing value. Now I'm curious about this whole thing of promoting content beyond YouTube itself.
Yeah, that's where social media synergy comes in.
Social media synergy sounds fancy.
It's basically about recognizing that YouTube isn't an island. You've got to leverage other platforms to amplify your reach.
So it's not just about creating great YouTube videos, it's about having a multi-platform strategy.
Exactly. You want to get your content in front of as many people as possible.
Yeah.
And different platforms attract different audiences.
Okay, so which platforms should we be thinking about?
Well, the guide specifically mentions Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and even LinkedIn.
Wow, that's a lot to juggle. I mean, how do you even find the time to manage all those platforms?
The guide acknowledges that it's not about being everywhere at once. It's about choosing the platforms that align best with your content and your target audience.
So if you're a visual creator, Instagram might be your go-to. But if you're in a more professional niche, LinkedIn could be a better fit.
Exactly. It's about playing to your strengths and using each platform strategically to drive traffic back to your YouTube channel.
So it's like creating a web, drawing people in from different corners of the internet.
Perfect analogy. And while we're on the topic of expanding your reach, we got to talk about collaboration.
Collaboration. You mean like partnering with other YouTubers?
Oh, actually, it's one of the most effective ways to grow your channel.
I've seen a lot of collabs on YouTube, but honestly, I've always wondered why they're so effective. Is it just about getting more views?
It's way more than just views. It's about tapping into new audiences and building credibility within your niche.
Okay, so break that down for me. How do collabs help you tap into new audiences?
Well, when you collaborate with someone who already has a loyal following, you're instantly exposed to a whole new group of potential viewers.
Oh, I see. It's like a built-in audience swap.
Yeah.
You get access to their viewers, and they get access to yours.
Exactly. And it goes beyond just numbers. When you collaborate with someone established in your niche, it's like a stamp of approval.
Oh, I see. Like if they're willing to collaborate with you, you must be legit.
Exactly. It gives you instant credibility, especially if you're just starting out.
This is making me rethink my whole approach to collaboration. It's not just about making a fun video, it's a strategic move.
Exactly. It can be a game changer for your channel. So definitely don't underestimate the power of collaboration.
All right, noted. So we've talked about social media, collaboration. What else does the guide recommend for growing a YouTube channel?
Well, it also emphasizes the importance of production quality.
Production quality meaning?
It's about how your videos look and sound.
Right.
Think good audio, clear visuals, professional editing.
Okay, yeah, I've definitely clicked away from videos because the audio was terrible or the editing was super distracting.
It makes a huge difference. You want your viewers to focus on your content, not be annoyed by technical issues.
But let's be real. Investing in fancy equipment can be expensive, especially when you're just starting out.
The guide addresses that. It emphasizes that you don't need a Hollywood studio to create quality content.
So what's the secret?
It's about maximizing what you have. For example, you can use natural light effectively, invest in a decent microphone, and learn basic editing techniques.
So it's about making the most of what you've got and gradually upgrading as your channel grows.
Exactly. You don't need to break the bank to create professional-looking videos.
That's reassuring to hear.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's time to address the elephant in the room. Monetization.
Ah, yes. The money question.
So many creators, myself included, are curious about how to actually make money on YouTube. What does the guide say about that?
Well, it acknowledges that financial success is often a goal for YouTubers, but it also stresses that monetization shouldn't be the primary focus, especially when you're just starting out.
So it's not about chasing quick cash. It's about building a solid foundation first.
Exactly. Focus on creating great content and building a loyal audience. The money will follow.
Okay, so once you have that foundation, what are some monetization strategies the guide recommends?
Well, it breaks down the most common methods, starting with the one we all know and sometimes love to hate, ads.
Ah, yes, ads. Those pre-roll, mid-roll, post-roll things.
Exactly. They can be a bit annoying, but they can also generate a decent income for creators with a large audience.
Okay, so ads are one way. But what about other monetization options? Ones that maybe aren't as intrusive.
Well, the guide talks about brand sponsorships, for example.
Brand sponsorships, how does that work?
Companies pay you to feature their products or services in your videos.
Oh, interesting. So it's like a paid endorsement?
Kinda. But the guide emphasizes the importance of choosing sponsorships that align with your content and audience.
So it doesn't feel forced or inauthentic.
Exactly. You don't want to promote something you don't actually believe in.
Makes sense. That would damage your credibility with your audience.
Absolutely. So be picky about your sponsorships.
Okay, what other monetization options are there?
Well, there's also affiliate marketing.
Affiliate marketing? That sounds familiar, but remind me how that works.
It's basically where you earn a commission for recommending products or services you genuinely use and love.
So it's like saying, hey, if you're looking for a great microphone, this is the one I use and recommend.
Mhm.
And if someone buys it through your unique link, you get a cut.
Exactly. It's a win-win. You get to recommend products you believe in, and you earn a little something in the process.
I like that. It feels more genuine than just running random ads.
Exactly. And again, the guide emphasizes transparency. Be upfront about your affiliate partnerships. Don't try to hide them.
Okay, so we've got ads, sponsorships, affiliate marketing. What else is there?
Well, the guide also explores the world of creating and selling your own digital products.
Digital products.
Yeah.
Like what?
It could be online courses, ebooks, templates, presets, anything that your audience would find valuable.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's like taking your YouTube content to the next level and packaging your expertise into a product.
Exactly. And it can be a really lucrative income stream.
This has given me so many ideas. So it seems like there are a lot of different paths YouTubers can take to monetize their channels.
Exactly. And the guide emphasizes the importance of diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
So don't just rely on ads, for example. Explore multiple monetization avenues.
Exactly. That way you're creating a more stable and sustainable business model for your channel.
This is all incredibly helpful information. But we've been so focused on the strategies and tactics. I'm wondering about the bigger picture. What about the challenges and trends that are shaping the platform itself?
That's a great question. And that's where we'll pick up after the break.
Oh man, I can't wait to dive into that. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back. We're back and ready to wrap up our YouTube deep dive.
It's been quite a journey. So much to learn.
We've covered a ton of ground. But one thing that keeps coming up is this idea that YouTube is constantly changing.
Oh yeah, it's a dynamic platform, always evolving.
So how do you stay ahead of the curve?
The guide emphasizes the importance of adaptability, being willing to adjust your strategies as needed.
But adjust to what? What are some of the specific challenges and trends that creators should be aware of?
Well, one thing that's constantly changing is the YouTube algorithm.
Ah, yes, the algorithm.
Ah,
That mysterious force that can make or break a channel.
it's definitely a challenge. The guide acknowledges that the algorithm is constantly evolving. What worked last year might not work today.
So how do you keep up?
It's about staying informed, keeping an eye on industry news, reading up on algorithm updates, and being willing to experiment.
So it's not just about mastering the basics, it's about being a lifelong learner.
Exactly. YouTube rewards those who are willing to adapt and evolve.
What about specific trends? What should creators be paying attention to right now?
Well, one trend the guide highlights is the increasing dominance of mobile viewership.
Mobile viewership. meaning people watching YouTube on their phones.
Exactly. More and more people are consuming content on their phones and tablets, so it's crucial to optimize your videos for those smaller screens.
That makes sense. If your video is hard to see or navigate on a phone, people are going to click away.
Exactly. So think about things like text size, visual clarity, and pacing. Make sure your videos are mobile friendly.
The guide also mentioned vertical video formats, right?
Yes, vertical video is huge right now, especially on platforms like TikTok and Instagram Reels.
So it's not just about creating those traditional landscape videos anymore.
No. You got to think about how your content will look on different devices and in different formats.
It's like YouTube is embracing those shorter, more snackable video formats.
Absolutely. And the guide encourages creators to experiment with different formats and lengths.
Like YouTube Shorts, for example.
Exactly. Shorts can be a great way to reach new audiences and showcase a different side of your creativity.
So we've got all these different formats to play with. It's like having a whole toolkit at our disposal.
Exactly. And the key is choosing the right tool for the job.
Speaking of connecting with viewers, we've talked a lot about engagement throughout this deep dive. But I'm curious how the guide sees engagement evolving in the future.
Well, it emphasizes that engagement is becoming increasingly multifaceted.
Multifaceted meaning.
It's not just about responding to comments anymore. Creators are using live streams, polls, Q&A sessions, even community challenges to create a more interactive experience.
It's like you're turning your channel into a virtual hangout spot where viewers can connect with each other and with you as the creator.
Exactly. It's about fostering that sense of community we talked about earlier.
And the guide also stressed the importance of a growth mindset, right?
Absolutely. It encourages creators to continuously learn, experiment with new features and formats, and adapt to the ever-changing demands of the platform.
So even if you feel like you've mastered the basics, there's always more to learn.
Always, YouTube is all about growth and evolution.
Well, this deep dive has been incredibly insightful. We've explored so many facets of YouTube's success, from the technical aspects to the human elements. What are your final takeaways for aspiring and established YouTubers alike?
Remember that success on YouTube isn't about luck or going viral. It's about hard work, dedication, and a willingness to adapt.
It's about creating valuable content, engaging with your audience authentically, and always striving to improve.
Exactly. Stay curious, stay adaptable, and most importantly, have fun.
This guide has been a treasure trove of knowledge. Thank you so much for sharing your insights.
It's been my pleasure. Always happy to talk YouTube.
And to all our listeners out there, we hope you feel inspired to take your YouTube journey to the next level. Remember, find your niche, create high-quality content, engage with your audience, and never stop learning and growing. The world of YouTube awaits.